In 2024, unclear roles and disengaged teams lost the global economy $1.9 trillion. Ultimately, the cost isn't only financial. Its impact can be seen in the 35,000 decisions you're forced to make every single day because your team is waiting for your permission to move. It's true that you can burn out from deciding too much, especially when you're unclear about what you should be deciding on at all. If 35,000 is the average, how many extra decisions do you think you make a day? Hi, I'm Summer, founder of Driven Connection. We help founders and growth leadership teams build the operational architecture that enables execution of expansion without erosion, growth that scales without stalling. I've seen exactly what happens when a founder tries to scale a business without first defining the decision rights. You don't get 10x growth. You get decision fatigue, cognitive fog, and teams that are busy but paralyzed. If you're feeling like the bottleneck in your own business, I have a framework for you today that can help stop the chaos. See, clarity isn't a gift, it's a discipline. Most leaders wait for clarity to emerge once the business stabilizes, but the business will never stabilize until you engineer the clarity. This is often called the founder's paradox. As you succeed, the volume of your decisions grow. Logic says you should delegate more. But because you haven't built an infrastructure for who decides what, your decision flows back to you. It creates a vicious cycle. 1, role confusion. Your team doesn't know their boundaries, so they ask you. 2, decision fatigue. You were depleted by 2 p.m., so you delay the answer to the next day. 3, the wait. The team stops moving, momentum dies. When you operate this way, you aren't leading a company. You are subsidizing a broken system with your own mental health. We all hit this wall. Once, I was the central lead on a massive, complex marketing and digital transformation project. The stakes were high, and there were dozens of moving pieces. I thought I was being a supportive leader by keeping my door open. Ask me anything, I said, and they did. They asked me about font sizes, invoice approvals, client email tones, user story confirmations, product copy feedback, and software logins. I was making more than 500 decisions a day about matters that had nothing to do with the transformation, strategic direction, or the delicate execution layers. The breaking point wasn't the workload. It was the realization that I was the one training them to be dependent. By not defining the edges of their roles, I forced them to check with me for every single step. It wasn't long before I realized I couldn't lead my way out of this with better energy or a mantra. I had to build my way out of it with better documentation. I needed a system or a tool or support that would answer those 500 questions for me. At Driven Connection, we solved this with a tool called the one-page role roadmap. This document is more than just clarity. It becomes the foundation for your entire operation strategy for that specific role. It serves as the blueprint for writing an accurate job description by hiring. It guides you on which ops to develop first so you don't waste valuable time. And critically, it gives your team the confidence they need to make informed decisions without you. There are 5 critical components you need to define for every direct report today. Step 1, the purpose statement. First, write 1 sentence. This role exists to outcome so that business impact. Let's take the role of client success lead. Instead of saying manage clients, we say this role exists to retain 95% of accounts so that revenue stabilizes without founder intervention. Stop listing tasks. Start listing impact. When they know why they are here, they can make decisions that align with the mission without asking you. Step 2, decision authority, the game changer. This is the piece most founders miss. Explicitly define the level of decision making. It can be as simple as level 1, you decide and you don't tell me. An example would be refunding clients within a pre-established approval range, such as under $500. Level 2, decide and inform me later. An example would be changing a weekly meeting due to an urgent conflict. And level 3, we decide together. An example would be hiring a new vendor. If you don't define level 1, Everything defaults to level 3. Now, let's dive into step 3, the top accountabilities. What are the 3 outcomes this person must deliver to be successful? Not answer emails, but maintain 95% customer satisfaction. When you define the outcome, you liberate your team so they can find the method. You stop managing activity and you start managing results. Step 4. Authority without permission. Give them a specific list of what they can spend or approve to remove the friction. For example, you can approve a vendor invoice up to $1,000, or you can offer a make a good discount of 15% to save a relationship. Whatever it is, write it down. Every time you write a rule, you save yourself at least 100 future conversations. Step 5, the loop. Finally, set the rhythm for reviewing this process once you've established a new hire. Once a quarter, sit down and look at the real bottleneck. Literally say, hey, last week you asked me about that quarterly report 3 times. Let's make that a level 1 decision. Use XYZ format as a template and adjust as needed to meet the needs. Then you update the roadmap. And just like that, you found a healthy way to discuss updates to your SOPs that drive real impact. Let's recap. You are burning out because you are hoarding decisions. You fix it by shifting task list to role roadmaps. You define the purpose, the decision rights, and the outcomes. Brené Brown says, clarity is kindness. In business, clarity is also the only mechanism that allows you to scale without breaking the people who power the growth, including you. Here's your challenge for this week. Pick one role in your business that asks you the most questions. Sit down and draft their 1-page role roadmap. Define one area where they have level 1 authority to decide without you. Tell us in the comments, what is the first role that you're going to map out? We'd love to hear what you're building. I've linked a template below to help you get started. Remember, you're learning, you're growing, and you're building something that lasts. Don't let the noise of indecision talk you out of the asset you're building. I'm Summer Ames Prodan, and we'll see you on the next installment of Driven Growth.